9, attaching the motor. We're going to need to attach the motor to the gearbox and then attach or push the spur gear into the top of the gearbox. But we also have this interesting piece, and this is mainly because we're building this one stock. So if you're using the stock motor, you need to get this little support piece, and you can see here how they're showing that it's going to sit, and it just helps to support the motor, I suppose. Well, when you go and grab that motor piece originally, there actually is a notice inside that says that there's some double-sided tape which is included in bag C. I have some extra, so I went ahead and cut a piece to size. So now you can see how that's fitting on this little extra bit. So we're going to need to just double-sided tape that to the motor and then install it to the correct positioning. And you can see right there how the pinion tooth holes are. So we're using the 17 tooth holes. So let's set this up and we'll install that now. So first off, what I notice is if you look at this, it's supposed to sit like that. And you can see that you can see it through the hole, which means that, see how it will not sit flat, but as soon as the notch hits the hole, it will. So you actually want to place this so that little notch is on the back side of a hole so that it slides in, and that's going to give you the best positioning. Because if you leave it up, it's not sitting flat on the double-sided tape. You need to slide it in. So that is the correct placement right there for that piece. So I'll undo the other side of this. And we're going to attach that, make sure that that is correct. And stick it down. So ultimately, if you look at how this was set, see how you can see the nut on the other side? It more or less is exactly what it should look like in terms of positioning. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to slide this in, and you can see the 17 and 17. Well, it's actually on the back side. There's the 17 and the 17. So if we slide this in as it showed, and you can tell that that's resting on the inside now, it should actually pretty much be set up for those holes right there. So if we take one of our screws, put that in, and temporarily just sort of screw it down for now, make sure it's in, and then move this motor so that we're in the right place. Yes, we've got the right place. We'll grab the other screw, stick that one in, and it's looking pretty good actually. Screw that in. So there we go. There is our motor in the 17 holes. So we know it's on the 17 tooth, and you can see how that is sitting on the bottom. It just gives the motor a little bit more of a brace. That'll all be gone if we decide to change this for a 540 or something bigger. But for now, we're just going to stick with the 380 that the kit comes with. So the next thing we're going to do is you can see that this is going to fit into here, and you can see in the back there's a hole specifically for that bar, and it would sit in there, which it is, and you can see how it's riding on the pinion there. But I've got to grease this part of the gear first, so we'll grease this up first. Again, we'll just do this. Make sure there's enough. which there will be. And again, I am fairly liberal with the grease when it comes to the gears. But there's enough there. So again, we'll just slide that back. And there we go. And it's just going to sit there for now. So that means we have finished step 9. So we can now move on to step 10, which is attaching that gear cover.